Hello, Mia.
Good evening, Warren. Good evening, everyone.
How's everybody? Well, that's good.
Good in yourself, Warren.
I'm good. Can't complain.
I hear you, Warren. How you doing?
Good evening, Mrs. Moses.
How you doing?
Good. You good in yourself?
Good. We ain't gonna be here all night tonight. Now I'm gonna let y'all know.
Oh, perfect.
All right, Thomas. Okay. So Mia, how was your Thanksgiving?
Pretty quiet. Yours?
Quiet.
Good. That sounds like just about everyone else. Quiet.
Good.
Right.
That was good.
What's up, Pat?
How you doing?
Very well.
So that's a good
Can't
thing.
complain. Yeah, exactly.
And if you do, ain't too many people listening anyhow.
That's true.
Oh boy. Hi, Mr. Thomas.
Hi, how you doing?
How are you?
Good, thanks.
How are you, Mr. Thomas? It's Warren.
Hey, Warren.
Hey, how you
Nice
doing?
to
All
hear
good?
you.
Nice to hear you also.
Oh, good.
So Warren, we
Excellent.
can't see you tonight, huh? Is that what it is?
You want to see me? Of course you
Yeah,
can see me.
Yeah, I can't see you.
Wait, I can put my dinner. I gotta put my dinner plate aside. Hold on.
Put your suit and tie on.
This is it.
How you doing?
I'm doing very well. You know, had a good Thanksgiving. I went to my daughter's in Hoboken,
Oh,
and
good.
that was very nice. And everything's been very good.
Great.
Looking forward to the holidays.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be a long one, too.
Yeah, yeah, which I think we all would appreciate.
Yes, but it seems like it's so many meetings before, before the holiday.
Well, that's what always happens. They're always squeezed in.
Yeah. I mean, everybody's like squeezing them in.
Yep.
Yeah,
that's
so by the
true.
time the holidays come, you go, oh, I'm so happy.
True.
I mean, next week we have a heavy board agenda. So,
Yeah, heavy what?
board non-agenda.
Oh, I have to
We
look.
have the executive committee on Tuesday, and I believe we have the full board meeting on Thursday.
Oh. That's not good.
That's the reality.
Next week. Oh. Hmm. Okay. Hi, Nicola. How are you? Can't hear you.
I said, I heard you were talking about the meeting schedule for next week.
Yeah. Well, that's what he was saying. Like,
Yeah, everything's getting pushed.
Yeah, this is a busy month here. So anyway, we will wait for a few more minutes for other members to come in, and then we'll start. I will let y'all know this evening that we are in and out. I have to go to Atlanta to vote.
You know, you wish you could.
The polls are closed.
Yep.
You're gonna fly down there tonight, Pat?
I'm not telling you all my secrets.
I was calling all of my friends down there, like, yeah, did you vote? They're posting pictures with D Nice and all these people. It's like, that's lovely. But did you
Did you
vote?
vote? But you know what? They said the turnout was pretty, I think like the pre was like over what, 1 million people?
At least, yeah.
Yeah.
Like 1
So
or 2 million, yeah.
That's great.
I don't think the lines, it was a rainy day today, so the lines weren't as long,
Right.
but so many people have already voted, so we'll see.
Yeah, put them umbrellas up and vote. It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna go on for a while though. I
Yeah.
think it's gonna go on for a while. But I think they're posing just now closing, you know.
Mhm.
Okay, so hi Suki,
Hi, Pat.
how are you? No visual today?
Oh, I'm not really having a good hair day, but okay.
Oh, your hair doesn't look bad. That's not bad.
No, but it's not perfect like yours always is.
I don't have any. That's why.
You know, Suki, I never have a bad hair day.
We noticed. We like your hair.
Well, maybe you'll have to introduce me to your barber.
I can. I buzz it.
My husband goes to Dr. Cutts on Flatbush Avenue.
I know what I
Oh,
did.
that's a really nice man. I
I've
worked
been
with
there.
him
Yeah, I've
when-
been there once to him because my barber
Yeah,
was
he-
out of town.
Oh, wow.
Huh?
He was a community leader with the Flatbush Merchants Association. But when it folded, we haven't heard from him. But he's a really good, how should I put this, aggressive for the community guy. And he did a lot of work at the time. So that's terrific.
He's always got a long waiting list.
Well, he's
Well, that's
Dr.
a
Cut.
good thing. That's a good thing. So we're gonna wait one more minute and Suki, then we're gonna start.
Okay.
We're waiting on, who's missing?
Esteban.
Esteban. Okay, that's it, right?
Yeah.
I see John is there. How you doing, John?
Well, thank you, Pat.
That's a good thing.
Trying to stay dry.
Yes, yes. So Cece, you want us to say Cece or you want us to say your name?
I'm sorry, Pat. I thought I had changed it, but I see it came up as CC.
I think
It's
you want us to call you Cece, huh?
Celeste Chase. So those are my initials, but yeah, thank you.
We just wanted to know if you want us to, we'll say Cece, that's easy.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, okay, so I see Esteban is here. Hi, how are you?
Good, thank you.
Good.
So we've got a full
now-
house tonight.
Yeah, I was waiting on you.
Oh, well.
Yeah. So, Suki, it is 7:08.
Okay.
At least that's what I have. I'm not sure what time it is, but so we can start at 7:08. The rules of order for Community Board 9 is in effect. And we just ask everybody just to be respectful to one another. And if you want to talk, please raise your hand. And we're going to try to follow our agenda. So again, I want to welcome the committee members and guests. We're going to start off with old business. And Nicola, I wasn't around, but I know there's been some changes, and that's why I have you reporting in on the subcommittee as to where we are right now.
I think the biggest change is that Fred informed us of a few, I guess, guidelines that are part of the bylaws in which one, a chair of a subcommittee has to be a board member. And the members of the subcommittee have to be a subset of the overarching committee. So initially we had Alicia Boyd as a member of the committee, but Fred is saying that she and any other community members, board members may attend the meetings, but they cannot be official members of the committee because it has to be a subset of the ULURP committee. So with that being said, Suki has been tapped to be the chair of the subcommittee going forward. And we are still yet to meet because we had to wait for the subcommittee to be, I guess, approved by the board and announced to the public. And I believe that email has gone out to the board and whoever else needed to be notified. So I guess at this point we can Suki can try and set up a meeting going forward.
Okay, now, yes, I did see that email, and the general board, the executive board approved it on November the 15th. And the full board the meeting was held on what, November 17th, they approved it on November 17th. So there's specific guidelines that now that you're officially a subcommittee. So basically what you would do is you would have a date. But before I go there, there's supposed to be 4 members. Now, is that 4 members or 3 members? Because John, I think they were trying to get in touch with you, but you weren't responding to the emails or something.
Oh, I was reading emails. I didn't see anything there that I needed to respond, but yes, no, I
No,
very
I'm just
much
saying,
want to be part of
are
it.
you still going to be a part of their I said their
The subcommittee, yes, I would very much like to be.
Okay, because I had sent out several emails trying to get people's schedules to schedule a meeting before I understood the logistics changes, and I didn't hear back from you. So I'm not sure. I was using the email that's included in our distribution list, but it might have gone to spam or something else if I'm not a name that you're familiar with. So I don't know what happened with that.
Okay, yeah, no, I'm actually looking at my list now. I have a filtered email box for BK09. And
Oh, okay.
I'm not seeing anything there, so it might be in the general email, which is I get too many. So
Yes, because it didn't come. It was emails directly from me, not from BK09. So that's
okay.
probably what the issue was.
Okay, so going forward, you're going to have your first meeting, and I don't know when that's going to be. So you'd have to check with the community board office, not unless you know well, first of all, let me just say this to you. I don't know if you'll be able to meet in December because the way it looks, I mean, it's just too much.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm just recommending it. I'm just recommending that you have your first meeting sometime in January. That's my recommendation because people are all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
Mia?
Make a quick comment.
No, definitely. Suki can connect with the office and we can start looking at the January schedule to get you
Right.
guys penciled in and nail down a date early.
Right, now what I would like and we're not going to discuss it tonight, but what I would like in terms of the committee is like, if we can like get maybe a date, a time, so that in other words, you meet the first, I'm just making up something now. You meet the first Tuesday from, let's say 7 to 8, something like that, so that people can adjust their schedules accordingly. And in that way, whoever's working in the office know that this is the time that, they have allocated towards that committee, rather than we just picking all kinds of days and stuff and all that kind of thing going on. But I think if everybody has a set time and you can do a date, then it's all good. So sometime in January, hopefully.
Okay, so we can, I can either have Mia send out the email or Nicola, if you still want to do it? That's
Mm-mm.
No, it has
Okay,
to come
so,
from the board now. It has to come.
No, I can't do
so
it.
Mia can send out the email to people to ask when they would like to have the meeting.
We can do that tonight.
Yeah,
I'm not part of
Yeah.
the board, but why wait? I mean, you're going to do the first week, I mean, Mia would know when the calendar is kind of clear. And what you have to determine is, do you want to meet for an hour or are you just going to keep going on and on and on? I think it should be a set time that you meet.
so it looks to me, I mean, we don't want to compete with the regular board committee meetings because we do want other board members to be able to attend. I mean, it looks to me like first day of Hanukkah is December 19th. And since we need to give notice to the public, the borough president has a town hall on comprehensive planning on Monday, the 12th. We definitely don't want to do that. So it looks to me like we have a very short window between like the 13th and the 16th in December when we could do it. And then it's really
Not meeting
January. Right. And I mean, usually like the first 2 weeks of the month are committee meetings.
Okay, so I'll
And
tell you what, then I'll table it until you can, you
so
can. you can-
basically, I mean, we, you know, like
You need to go,
Mia
but
can,
my point is that you need to go through the community board at this point.
yeah. I mean, Mia can let us know
Yeah,
if there's a
next-
week when there
Next
aren't
week,
committee
next
meetings.
week is education and library, exec on Tuesday, general board on Thursday, so that's tight.
We're looking at January.
I'm assuming, of course, the subcommittee
Mhm.
wants to meet before ULURP every month, so you have something to report. I'm going to recommend first Tuesdays because there's only one committee meeting scheduled that day, so there is an opportunity to meet first Tuesday so that the following week you guys can
Okay.
have reporting
Who's-
to the larger
who's
committee.
Who's first Tuesday?
So that would essentially be January 3rd.
Okay, well, who's first Tuesday? Okay, so Monday is still like New Year's. Who's meeting first Tuesday? Which
Youth
day?
services.
What?
Youth services committee. That's
Okay.
the only committee scheduled that day.
Okay, so that's probably an okay meeting because I don't like,
Well,
we
if you
wouldn't
need
want to
to-
meet on the same day as environment because there's seems to be a lot of overlap with that committee or economic development or something like that.
So let's tentatively put it for
Okay.
the first Tuesday.
Tuesday, the 3rd. That's
Right.
fine.
So
I
in
will
other
not
words,
be
you'll be
here.
meeting the first Tuesday.
Oh, wait a second. Esteban is not going to be around.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll be in- I'll be in
and since
Texas.
it's a new meeting and people aren't aware of it, I don't know if no one would have it on their radar. To have it the first day back after the holidays, I think is problematic.
Okay,
Okay, so y'all can get together and work that out then.
yeah.
My point is that
Mia,
I don't
maybe
want
if
to work
you
it out
can-
now. I don't want to work it out now. Y'all can get together and work it out.
Okay, yeah, Mia, if you could
and I
maybe
can
send
talk
out
offline
the,
tomorrow. You want to talk?
yeah,
offline
if you could
tomorrow?
maybe send out the meeting calendar for January so that we can,
Yeah, I was
Um,
going to say that immediately after general board next week, in the constant contact and as well as on the general board, on the CB9 calendar on the website, the January schedule will immediately
is
begin
going to be out.
yeah, and circulated.
Okay,
And in closing, let me just say this. If you, let's just say you pick the first Tuesday of every month. Okay, so let's just say we know January 3rd, everybody's out of town. But we know the next time it's going to be the first Tuesday or the first Tuesday in February, March. And you can always change the date, like just how we had to do this here. So in other words, we know you're not going to meet January 3rd, but going forward after that, just try to get a certain time that you want to meet from, I guess from 7 to 8 or something like that. And I think it would be great. So moving on, Suki, you will follow up with
yes,
Mia, and then you will get back to
Yeah.
your committee members. And just CC me just in case I want to just peep in. I ain't gonna have nothing to
yeah,
say now.
absolutely. Well, we hope we'll see you.
Yeah, I ain't gonna have nothing to say. Okay, so then that's arranged. I want to thank y'all again for following up while I wasn't there, with the board and with the executive board. So again, I want to thank Nicola and Suki and all the rest of the members. There was the non-attendance of committee members. We addressed that earlier, but it was a memo, I think, that came out from the community board office that stated that all the chairs was to send in writing all the members that were out consecutively 2 or more absences, and we already addressed that, and I sent the name in for our person who was out 3 consecutive, and now it would be 4. So again, my recommendations are still the same. My recommendations that I said to them, and I'm saying it to you, that person should be removed from this committee because we've never seen the person here anyway. So again, I will stick to those recommendations.
So would we be able to replace that person with another board member? I think that was a board member, correct?
That was a board member. You know what? I don't know. Let me check. I don't really know.
Yeah,
No,
just
it's
because we're a
Warren.
small committee as it is, and I know, there are a lot of people that were interested, I'm sure, in ULURP.
Nicola, it's Warren. The answer is yes.
So yeah, you know what? That's a great idea. I hadn't thought about that. It's really good. If I could get someone, and I don't know how they're stretched, but that would definitely be great. Now, how would we go about that? Because we'd have to open it up, I guess, to all of the board members. So I guess I don't know how
Pat,
we go
it's
about that.
Warren.
Mhm.
Pat, he's
Yeah.
just tell Fred.
Huh?
He's the one who appoints people to committees, so just let Fred know.
Oh, okay, great. Thanks.
Okay.
Great. Okay, so now we're on new business, but before we go into new business, Suki would like to do a roll call.
You're on mute.
Okay, Pat Moses,
Here,
Tom Thomas,
Here,
John Craver,
Here,
Nicola Cox,
Here,
Warren Burke,
Here.
Esteban Harron,
Here.
and Suki Chong is here. Okay, so we have a full house tonight.
until they get back to me, you still have to mark
Rashida absent.
absent, yes, until they get back to me in writing something in writing. Okay, so. Okay, we're into new business, community committee members. Do you have anything new that you want to talk about before I go to community? Suki?
Yeah, so I want to talk about the borough president's comprehensive plan. He has scheduled a town hall for Monday, December 12th. This was something that got discussed at the borough board meeting starting in September, but there were not a lot of details released. I think he just released the draft of the data that's supposed to be underlying the comprehensive plan like yesterday. And there are some things in there that pertain to our district that I'm kind of wondering about where they got the data from. Like, for example, he says that we have some of the lowest percentages of rent stabilized housing in Brooklyn, whereas Eastern Brooklyn has some of the highest percentages. I have a feeling that might be a typo because the data that we have from city planning through the Equitable Development Data Explorer says the opposite. I can send those things out to you guys after the meeting, both the copy of the borough president's report and the data that we've been looking at, which suggests that about 68% of total number of housing units in Community District 9 are rent stabilized. So I wouldn't think that's among the lowest percentages. But so I think that we may want to ask them where their data is coming from, and definitely also participate in the town hall Because I think we need to, understand where they're coming from.
Yeah, I have it. So the town hall is December the 12th. What time though?
6 p.m. I think, or 7. You're supposed to RSVP, so I would. Dante sent out the notice, and I would definitely recommend that everyone on the committee RSVP.
So I'm not sure if it's going to be in public or if it's going to be live. I'm not sure. Because yeah, well, anyway, so thanks for that information. So we'll have to follow up on that. Like I said, I don't know if the town hall is going to be online or it's going to be live, because some of the meetings they're having now are live. So Mia, are you aware if it's going to be online or if it's going to be
I'm actually going through the emails right now. I'm gonna forward the information to the committee.
okay? Because maybe it's both. I don't really know. So anyway, we thank you for that information. Committee, any other committee members want to say anything? Update us with anything? Well, I guess I will. Tomorrow, December 7th, this is for community board members. As you're aware, there's a training for ULURP at 6 p.m. coming in from Borough Hall. And I think that the email went out to all of the board members, and they're asking us to try and participate because they're supposed to do an oversight and the substance for our recommendations and so on and so on. So it's another training given by the borough president's office. So it's a workshop, and they're asking us all to try to attend, and it starts at 6. So hopefully everybody's aware of that. Suki, you're aware of that?
Yes,
Okay.
and I think that even people who are not on the ULURP committee are supposed to go. My recollection is in past years, it was mandatory for all board members, just because it's complicated and it's a big part of what all
It's
board
not,
members are.
well, it's not really, well, they're asking everybody to attend,
Yeah.
but it's not really mandatory, because if you've been on board, like, as long as
No, I mean, if it would be like,
it's like a refresher.
hundreds and hundreds of people, but I think they used to like break it down for every community board had its own session, but
No, this is we're all being there together. And I think I attended one they had, the first one they had, and we're all online. It's a lot of us online.
yeah.
And we all don't speak, but we all listen, and we all this one starts at 6 o'clock. And all they stuff started at 6 o'clock. And I think it's over at 7:15, I believe. I think that's what it is. If I'm not right, then Mia, you'll correct me. But if you are a board member and you are on this committee, try to attend. And that one is definitely online. Now, I'm not too sure about how. I don't know if the regular. I don't know if like other people can come, or it's just community board members. I'm not really sure of that.
I would think community resident members.
Yeah, but I don't want to give out any
But-
information that ain't true. So, because
know.
what I have here is just says Brooklyn Community Board member workshop. And they say they're reviewing the ULURP and BSS applications Wednesday, December 7th, 6 p.m. to 7:15. So if it is for everyone else, then again,
Yeah, I'll confirm with Dante in the morning regarding the town hall. It looks I'm doing a bit of scrolling. It looks like the town hall looks to be in person. I'll confirm and send the information in the morning, once I
Okay, so-
connect with Dante.
That'd
So,
be
but the
great.
town
And
hall-
may I ask, is it only for the people that are in the, a member in the ULURP or
No,
Like I-
Dante sent that information to the board. You should have received an email earlier in the day.
Yeah. I
Okay,
mean,
well,
actually,
Hold on a second, hold on a second. Oh, okay, now we're getting mixed up now. Okay, we're talking about now you're back to December 12th, am I correct?
No, I believe Felice was asking in reference to the board member training for land use and
Oh,
BSA.
tomorrow, December 7th.
Yes,
That's tomorrow, yes.
yes.
All of us got a memo today. And I suggest that if you don't really know too much about the ULURP process, that it would be really, really, really great if you could just attend. And that way, when we talk, at least, you have an idea.
yeah, because everybody has to vote on these applications at the general board meeting.
Yeah, there's not so much the voting on, but to me, it's the process. Like, in other words, you need to know what the process is, and anybody can like vote, like, okay, so what did I vote on? I mean, what does this mean? And it's just not like, oh, it's a lot that goes into it that leads up to voting. Some even require public hearings that we have done, and that you have to participate in. So my suggestion is that, like, if you can, please try to attend. And I will try to attend for a refresher.
so this is in person? No, right?
No.
This is a Zoom.
No, it's a Zoom,
At what time?
6 to 7:15 p.m.
Okay, great, because I have to attend the transportation committee. Excellent, okay. Sounds like a-
Okay, you would, so, you said, Mia, you're gonna follow up and find out if it's for everybody or just? the
Yeah,
board?
I'll connect with Dante. I know that I believe that the training tomorrow is specifically geared toward board members.
As far as I know, it's usually board members because
And I will
all the
double
board
check.
members were there. There must have been about, I don't even know how many of us was there last time. It was a lot of us there, so. But Mia will follow up, Okay. Anybody else have anything to say? I'm specifically talking to committee members at this point. John, you don't have anything to say?
Not today. I'm gonna
Oh,
be
okay, that's a good
listening
thing.
mode.
So anyway. Okay, so now if no one else, Thomas? Mr.
Yes,
Thomas?
I was wondering when we're gonna discuss Suki's report that she sent to us.
No, that will be discussed in your meeting that you have with your committee. That's why we have the subcommittee, so that you can discuss whatever it is at length. And then bring us the shorter version back to the
Okay.
whole committee. But it's still, even though we're not in that, on the committee, we still need to read so that when they bring the information back to us, we don't have to answer the questions that it's already there. So I think it would be good for us to study, and just remember, even though you're not a committee member, anyone could attend. So it's open to the public. So if the public has something to say, they could have their input, and everybody's puts it together as a whole. And Suki will bring that information back and speak for what was discussed.
I mean,
Thank
does
you.
anybody have any questions about what I sent out or any comments? Is there anything more that you want to see? Is this not what you want to see?
And that's what's going to be, that's what you're going to discuss in your meeting when you hold. We're not going to discuss it here. We're going to, you're going to have the control, and you're going to find out who wants to say X, Y, and Z. But the material you sent out was I read some of it. I haven't read it all yet, but we do appreciate you sending out that material. And also, Nicola, I appreciate that you sent out a lot of information too. So I almost felt like I was in school And it's good. And when you go to these meetings, it's best that you at least read the material so that when you're in a discussion, you don't go on and on and on and on and on, and you know, and you haven't read anything. So that's just my recommendation. Teresa?
Yeah,
Well, first of all,
when
good
is,
evening.
when is it? Oh, okay, sorry. Hi, how are you?
I'm good.
Good evening, everyone. I'm interested in attending the subcommittee meeting and I'd like to read the materials beforehand, please. Could somebody send them off to me?
Yes, I'll send it to you, Teresa.
Okay, thanks. What date
And
is
I'll
it?
also forward you what Nicola sent to us.
What's the date?
There's no date yet. She'll get back to you with the date.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I joined late, so I didn't hear.
It
Alright.
isn't going to be until January, so in the meantime, we'll just send out the materials, and everybody can read them and.
Right. In the meantime, so when you have your meetings, there should be no excuse since you already sent the material out. They can follow you, you know, as you speak. So anyway, Teresa, so you'll get the material. Okay, any other, now we want to do community residents concerns. Do we have any? Anybody want to say anything? CC, you have nothing to say to us today?
I'll say something.
No, hold on,
I-
Teresa. I'm talking to CC here. Teresa, CC,
I'm
you got something to say here?
No, I don't have anything to add at this point.
No?
Thanks, Pat. No,
Okay.
thank you.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead, Teresa.
I'd like to know what's going on with the building that's falling apart next to Ebbets Field. I can't remember the name now, sorry.
Oh, Tivoli?
Yeah, what's going on with Tivoli? Does anybody know? It's like, what's gonna happen?
Well, I don't know what you mean by falling apart, so I don't know what site you're talking.
There was a bunch of bricks that fell off. There was a whole part of the tower. They brought in all these cranes and there were emergency workers crawling up the side like Spider-Man, putting nets up. There's like a weird net up there now. I just see what's going on walking by. I don't really know. I don't have any insider knowledge at all. So that seems pretty hazardous.
Yeah, I believe that the emergency repairs are still ongoing. And that I believe a few families had to be relocated temporarily until they're completed. But I believe the damage was substantial.
Now, where is this at again?
At Tivoli Towers, I
Tivoli
believe
Towers.
it was on the higher floors, right, Esteban?
Yeah, it's communicating with Ferris Forest Office and just like the work that we've done there in the past few years. Like it's willful negligence that they've wanted to tear down this building for 10 years. And instead, when Tish James was the council member, she negotiated a extension of the Mitchell-Lama program. So that expires next year. They've basically just not been taking care of it in order to either turn it into something else or be able to demolish it and build a new building, which would be the most economically feasible thing for them to do. So they're a really bad landlord that's done this sort of thing in other places. So we do need to keep an eye on it because there's like I don't think that it's going to get better, and like the stuff that they're doing is like by the time that brick and mortar is kind of crumbling off the building, like you're not going to like patch that up. Like you're already in bad shape at that point. So it's going to be a bad situation. So yeah, we stay tuned.
Not for nothing. Where is that located? Because I don't know Tivoli. I don't know where
Across the street from me, it's Franklin and Carroll Street and Crown, in between Crown and Carroll.
Okay. So
Hundreds of people live there. It's huge. It's a huge.
The
Yeah,
towers
complex.
next to Ebbets Field, the other towers next to Ebbets Field was built in the 70s.
Right across from the garden.
I'll look because I didn't really pay too much attention. But let me ask you another question, Teresa. Since you're on the aren't you on the safety committee, bio?
No, I'm on the Environmental Protection Committee.
You are, right?
Yeah, Environmental Protection Committee. So,
Wouldn't that be an issue there?
no, that's not really us. It's more like, I guess it's land, kind of, so land use and housing, you
We're
know,
talking
so
about the
it's,
safety of people. That's what
I'm
we're
more
talking
concerned
about.
about housing, you know, the people that are living there, like being forced out of their housing, like Esteban was saying, it's like, you know, it's bad practice by a landlord, I guess. I don't know. I just thought you guys might know what's going on. There's a
No, and
lot
I,
of knowledgeable people, because I
Warren,
don't really know.
Warren, can you help me out with this?
Pat,
Yes,
I'm sorry, may
hi,
I
it's
correct,
Warren.
Esteban to say 49 Crown? May I correct him to say 49 Crown? I'm sorry,
Yeah, it's 49 grand.
Okay.
that's Tivoli Towers.
Warren, can
Hey,
you
it's
help me out with
Warren.
this? Mhm.
This is a very serious thing. It's not a matter of ULURP, it's certainly housing as well as public safety. If what Esteban is saying is correct and agreeing with Ms. Witherspoon, there are going to be a lot of people displaced if this place is condemned or is going to be rebuilt. So I think an important thing is that we report this, and Mia, if you would do that to the district manager, and let's get on this, because this is big stuff. It's not ULURP, but it's very, very important to us.
It's a
Thank you.
safety issue, thank you, and like you say, a housing issue, and
You don't
again,
want to
I'm
be
glad-
organizing, you don't want to be organizing folks once they're displaced, because then you're not going to be able to, like,
Right.
there's
We're also
regulatory
gonna touch-
agreements, you know, there's all sorts of stuff that
Right.
that can be done even like to prevent some of the worst parts of the, you know, this type of displacement. So, but we need to make sure that we're involved, you know what I mean?
And I think what Warren
Yeah.
is saying is to put it, we need to put it as a record into our office. So that
Right.
it can be
I believe
addressed. Mhm.
Dante is aware of it because Crystal Hudson held an emergency meeting there shortly after the incident. So I'll have him. I'll connect with him tomorrow to see exactly what progress or updates he's been provided from their office, because they held an emergency meeting there. Because I believe they had an 8% increase as well in maintenance. So you have an 8% increase and you can't live
Wow.
there. Yeah.
I know Farrah's office has been very engaged with them, so you
Yeah.
might want to check in with her as well.
Got
to
it.
See if there's, yeah, they've been working directly with the tenants there too, so.
Right, because like I said, I wasn't really aware of it. But I will.
Are we still talking about 49 Crown? I'm sorry, Patricia, Pat, are we still talking about that, 49 Crown?
Yes.
If you are, I know the vice president there, and I can bring her into this meeting whenever you wish for that to take place.
Sure.
Can she come right now?
I'll see. Let me see if I can get her on. Hold on, I'll see if I can get her on.
Guys, this is not a ULURP matter.
It's not.
This is really
I like her
public
style.
safety as well as housing. So it doesn't pay to put her on now. But by all means, let's bring her in and speak with
I don't think
Dante.
there's a housing meeting this week though, this month.
Well,
So
but Mr. Witherspoon, this is
it's
very
an
important. So
emergency.
let's get our facts together, and then we can pursue it whether there's a meeting or not.
Can I raise one way in which I think it might be a zoning related issue? Esteban had said that the developer essentially wanted to let it fall down and build a new larger tower. And that would be related to the zoning.
But right, yeah. But right now,
If the zoning
Yeah,
is
but-
that if what's allowed to be
Suki.
built there is much larger than the existing building,
Suki,
that is an
Suki,
incentive
that's hearsay.
for demolition.
Let's wait till it happens, and then we'll approach it.
okay, what I would like is that I would like the information to go into our community board office. And if the vice president could at least touch bases so we can have it as a matter of record into our community board office, would that be a problem?
Not at all.
No, but someone said they knew the vice president of that. Who was?
I
Right,
believe
you-
Dante has a working relationship with
That's
the
Felice.
actual tenant
Miss Felice?
president as well,
Yes.
because they did an
I know
event
the
with
president.
HPD there. So Dante has that relationship. So I'll connect with him online so he can lead the conversation forward with the committee chairs for housing. and
Okay, because I know the president and the vice president. If you want to speak to her right now, I can make that happen.
What I would like that person to do is to make a call officially into our community board headquarters.
Wouldn't
Will
you like to
do.
all hear from him?
That's what I would
I mean,
like.
she can
We're
come
never
on
gonna-
right now if you like.
Yeah, let's see. He's per-
Excuse me, hello?
I have to follow what Pam said, what Patricia says.
Yes, I
Okay,
would like
thank you.
that to be a matter of official record going into our community board office. Because
Will do.
even though this is what I'm saying, and the reason I'm saying this is not because I don't want to hear what's going on, but when you have something that's serious and you don't do a formal, whatever it is that you're talking about, put it in writing formally, then it doesn't exist. We could talk about it all day here. Now, once it goes into our community board office as an official complaint, or they want us to follow up, it's going to be not only us, but I'm quite sure all of us are going to be talking about it. And at that point, I definitely would like to invite somebody radio on. Hello.
I'm sorry, that's me. I'm sorry, I apologize.
Okay.
I'm gonna.
Yes, so I would definitely like to invite the president or the vice president to our next meeting once it goes in, if it's okay with the rest of the committee. And you, Ms. Robinson?
Yes, Pat, I follow what you said. You want me
Right.
to do that? I'll do just what you said.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome, my dear.
Mhm. Okay, Jay?
Yes, hello, Pat.
Hello?
I want to know how many members of the committee are from East Flatbush, like the southeast part of the district. I would describe it as south of Empire Boulevard and east of Kingston. I'm just curious, like, is anybody here from like?
Yes, Jay, it's Warren, I am.
Thank you, Warren. Isn't it besides Warren? How many other people?
Jay, you have 25%, which is a good representation. So continue.
25% of the ULURP committee is in the southeast part?
Correct.
Okay. Okay, would I be able to, is it possible you could email me the names of the people so I could
No,
contact them?
Jay, just call me. You have my number. You have my email.
I
Okay,
don't,
it's Warren. Call the board office. You'll get the
Okay.
information.
okay, that sounds good. And the second thing is,
Oh,
if
hold
I,
on a minute, Warren, listen, in order for you to release people's names and where they live, that you need to really have approval from that person. We're not one to give people's names out.
No, that's correct. And I'm giving you permission to give my name out.
Okay, but I'm just saying, we don't want to be giving people's names and stuff out.
No, it's just me. So it's.
Oh,
fine.
okay. All right.
oh, okay, and my second question is, if I wanted to get information about the zoning proposals and everything that's out there, is it possible that I could be on the list so I could receive the material and then I could send it out to different people in East Flatbush? Like if can I get on the list for getting the various materials that are going around, Pat?
I don't know what materials you're speaking of, but what?
Like for instance, there's like Eric Adams has, I guess, certain zoning proposals. There's talk about different things that are going on. Different things are being different emails with downloaded materials, maybe whatever zoning things.
Yeah, and you know what? You might want to join the City of Yes,
Right.
the budget commission that's getting ready to meet. That's a subcommittee. And that way you'll be able to discuss things that live there.
The subcommittee of the ULURP committee?
Yes, are you aware of it?
Yeah, I believe I
They're going to be meeting sometimes in January.
okay. But
So that would be a really good committee for you to meet on. They'll be discussing, you know, the City of Yes and the Budget Commission. So they're going to cover a lot of material.
Pat, may I add to that?
Yes.
Jay, you may want to, I don't know if you're in touch with Community Board 17, but when you're speaking about East Flatbush, that's their area.
Yeah,
Have
I
you
actually,
been to their meetings?
I have. I've been in
And
touch
have you made similar requests?
of,
What you're asking us?
what's that?
Have you made similar requests to them as you're asking us?
No, because most of my base is actually in East Flatbush, in Community
But
Board
East
9.
Flatbush is Community Board 17, so
Right,
I
right, but
suggest you really speak to them as you speak to us, because I do think that what you're asking for generically, all the zoning stuff is up on our web. Okay, so I don't know what more you want, but if you're specifically talking to a base of East Flatbush, please go through Community Board 17.
right,
Thank you.
no, I appreciate that. I've been to their meetings, but my question is I wanted to see how many people from the ULURP committee are from South.
Yeah, 25%, Jay. That's the answer. Thank you.
25%? Okay.
Yeah,
All right, I'll take a look at that.
thank you.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. So again, Jay, if you're interested in attending one of their meetings, Suki,
Yeah, but what I,
Yeah, no, absolutely. We're gonna let, I guess the correct procedure is for us to go through the board office, and if the board office can send it to all of the community partners.
what are you
as well as
talking about?
Board members,
What?
any announcement of the subcommittee meeting.
Okay. But I
Yeah,
just wanted you to make a
Jay, are
note.
you on the list? Are you on Board 9's list as a community partner? Because I
Not
think Board 9 has a broader list that includes community members.
okay. Because I heard that there was something where Eric Adams had certain zoning proposals that were being emailed around. I've read it already, but was there anything that like the ULURP committee that's going around?
So, yeah, I did an analysis of
Okay.
the City of Yes proposal.
Okay,
That it's citywide, essentially. I mean, you know how ZQA worked, so that's a
Right.
citywide thing. So I did an analysis to show how that would affect neighborhoods around the city in terms of demolitions. And I'm happy to send that to you. I'm also happy to send it to Mia so that she can send it out to the CB9 distribution list. I'm
okay,
certainly happy to send it to anyone who wants it.
that would be great, because I take part in the CB17 housing as well as the CB9 housing.
Yeah, I think it's relevant to everyone.
Sounds good. Great.
Okay, thank you. So, okay, so if no one else, we're gonna move on. Jay, what I wanted to say to you is that, if you would look at, at the website that Community Board 9 has, you can see there's all sorts of meetings where you could just go in and see which meeting you want to attend. They put it out every month, and people, if you will follow that, because the subcommittee, as soon as the subcommittee gets a date, even that will be there. So my point is that, look on the website and just look and see what meetings you would like to attend.
Okay, thanks. Mike.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, before we are going to close out, and anyone else from the community want to say anything? If not, we're going to we're going to have our, listen, this is the whole thing. Our next meeting date would be January 10th. And I'm still going to put for January 10th, but I think it's going to be a conflict there. Am I correct, Mia? There's going to be a conflict. I'm going to put it for January 10th.
You should be good to go. January schedule for the most part, it should be up next Friday, going out to the public and our constant contact and finalized on the website. We should be good to go. You should be good to go for the 10th, but of course, if anything comes up.
Yeah, the only reason I was saying that because I know that the borough president is getting ready to give his state of the state or whatever on January 10th at 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
But meanwhile, I'll just put, we'll plan for January the 10th. then. Any objections? 7 p.m.
Mhm.
Before we adjourn, I just want to wish everyone a wonderful holiday and have a safe new year. And for the new year, it looks like we're going to be doing a lot of work. That's what it looks like, you
Good.
know? So I'm looking forward for everybody to meet after the holidays, have your little cheer, drinky drink, you know? And again, just be safe. I would like to have a motion to adjourn this meeting.
Ooh, I'll do it.
Okay.
I move that we adjourn this meeting.
I second.
Great. So take care, everybody, and I'll see you.
Happy holidays.
Happy
everyone.
holidays, everybody.
See you next year. Hey, I'm getting
Stay
ready to go
blessed,
vote
stay
now.
well.
Happy holiday. Take care.
Happy holidays.
Bye.
Bye,
All right,
everyone.
bye-bye.
Take care, everybody.
Happy
Good
holidays,
holidays.
everybody.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.